Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. Former Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal made a major announcement today, promising a monthly salary of Rs 18,000 for the priests of temples and the Granthis of gurudwaras if the Aam Aadmi Party comes back to power in the upcoming Delhi elections. Now, he has stated that registration for the scheme will begin tomorrow and that he will personally initiate the process at the Hanuman Temple. Now, welfare for priests or pujaris comes after Arvind Kejriwal has already promised Rs 2,100 for poor women and free medical treatment for those above the age of 60 years. BJP has called all of this an eyewash, an attempt by the Aam Aadmi Party to take the attention away from its failures. Now, there's a history to Kejriwal playing the Hindu card. He's often called himself a Hanuman Bhakt. In the past, he has also demanded that Hindu deities be included on Indian currency notes, and he has also initiated government schemes of free pilgrimage to Hindu temples. But a scheme for priests, what does that mean? For identity politics, what does that mean for the political campaign of Aam Aadmi Party and for Delhi politics in general? And why is the BJP opposing this? This is what we will try and understand tonight. Before we go to our panel of guests, let's listen in to the reactions from both Arvind Kejriwal and also Virendra Sachdev, who's the BJP president of New Delhi.
आज जो योजना का मैं ऐलान करने जा रहा हूँ, इस योजना का नाम है पुजारी ग्रंथि सम्मान योजना। इस योजना के तहत मंदिरों में भगवान की पूजा करने वाले लोगों को पूजा करवाने वाले पुजारियों को और गुरुद्वारे में ग्रंथियों को हर महीने सम्मान राशि देने का प्रावधान है। इसकी घोषणा कर रहे हैं कि लगभग 18,000 रुपये महीना इनको सम्मान राशि दी जाएगी हमारी सरकार बनने पर। मेरी भारतीय जनता पार्टी से हाथ जोड़ के विनती है, जैसे उन्होंने पुलिस भेज के फर्जी केस करके महिला सम्मान को रोकने की कोशिश की लेकिन रोक नहीं पाए। हुआ रजिस्ट्रेशन, हो रहा है रजिस्ट्रेशन। उन्होंने संजीवनी योजना रोकने की कोशिश की, रोक नहीं पाए। इस तरह से ये कम से कम पुजारियों और ग्रंथियों की योजना को रोकने की कोशिश ना करें, बहुत पाप लगेगा।
Joining us now is the Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdev with us. Sir, आज अरविंद केजरीवाल ने एक अनाउंसमेंट की है 18,000 की सम्मान राशि अब जो है पंडितों और फिर ग्रंथियों को देंगे, कैसे देखते हैं?
पिछले 12 वर्षों से पंडितों को और ग्रंथियों का असम्मान क्यों कर रहे थे, उनका निरादर क्यों कर रहे थे अरविंद केजरीवाल, इसका जवाब दें। भारतीय जनता पार्टी लगातार कई वर्षों से अरविंद केजरीवाल के घर का और इनके कार्यालय का घेराव कर रही थी मंदिर के पुजारियों और ग्रंथियों के साथ कि आप खाली मौलवी और इमामों को वेतन दे रहे हैं, मंदिर के पुजारी और ग्रंथी को क्यों नहीं दे रहे। पर अरविंद केजरीवाल को उस समय कानों पे जू नहीं रहेंगी क्योंकि चुनाव सर पे नहीं थे। हम लोग कोर्ट में गए, 2022 में हमने एक पटिशन डाली, 2024 में भी डाली और अब 21 जनवरी को कोर्ट की तारीख है जहाँ अरविंद केजरीवाल को कोर्ट को बताना है कि इमामों और मौलवियों को मैंने 2013 से अब तक 58 करोड़ 30 लाख 90 हज़ार रुपये दिए हैं, उसमें मंदिर के पुजारी और ग्रंथी को क्यों नहीं दिए, उसका जवाब दो। तो उस जवाब से बचने के लिए अरविंद केजरीवाल ने आज राम राम जपना शुरू किया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी लगातार मंदिर के पुजारी और ग्रंथियों की हक की लड़ाई लड़ती रही है, हम उनके समर्थन में खड़े रहे हैं और हमारा ये प्रॉमिस है उनसे, हमने उनको बताया है कि दिल्ली में जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी, सम्मान के साथ मंदिर के पुजारियों को, ग्रंथियों को, गुरुद्वारों के सबको मासिक वेतन दिया जाएगा।
Well, we have Dr. Nishant Anand of the Aam Aadmi Party joining us. We'll be joined by others in the panel very shortly. Mr. Anand, thank you so much for your time, sir. The BJP is saying that this is anti-Hindu Kejriwal who is making misleading promises, and they have claimed that this recent announcement has come only after several years of what they see as appeasement to Muslims. How do you think this kind of resistance to a scheme like this will work? Do you think the opposition is something that you expected?
Good evening to everybody. See, I'll start by saying today Arvind Kejriwal ji announced Pujari Granthi Saman Yojana that is central to our society and spiritual traditions. See, in the Mahabharata also, it's been said by Lord Krishna, what a great person does, others follow. The role of priests as guides in the path of spirituality, acting as a bridge between devotees and God. They channel our prayers to the divine, and their rituals help sanctify our homes and temples. So temples are not just stone structure. They are centers of spirituality and community. Now, today,
But Mr. Anand, the
Arvind
BJP is
Kejriwal
saying
ji,
for the last 10 years, the Aam Aadmi Party has been distributing salaries only to mosque clerics, ignoring Hindu priests. Is that something that you think will stick to the Aam Aadmi this time when you go out to ask for votes?
see, we should not take BJP seriously in Delhi. The reason is it's been 27 years. They have not been able to come in Delhi. Secondly, they have 7 member of parliaments in Delhi. They have not done a single work. Third point, Arvind Kejriwal, Aam Aadmi Party is the only party who has promised that we will give good education. Government schools will be as good as the private schools. We have done it. We promised about healthcare system, Mohalla clinic. We have done it. Whereas BJP has government in 20 states, they have not done not even electric buses, not even government schools has been improved. Not there have any model like a Mohalla clinic. We have given maximum electric buses in Delhi. We have given 24 hours electricity in Delhi. They are not able, they're not even able to do it in the 20 states. So Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal ji, whatever has been committed has been delivered. We don't only believe in planning, we execute and deliver it also. Today we need to understand Parvesh Verma, the ex-MP of BJP, has been distributing 1100 rupees cash. I want to ask, is that the money that they have received in electoral bonds from Sharad Reddy? And why the
Shazia,
7
Shazia,
MPs?
Ms. Anand, the debate is also on the welfare to priests. Shazia, as BJP feels that these questions on faith, identity are also important, it also in some ways places a lot of value on people's belief system, especially when it comes to the Hindu belief system. You should be happy about it, isn't it? Like Hindu priests getting 18,000 rupees.
Yeah, well, I'm more than happy, Vasundhara. I'm extremely amused. And I think the chameleon that Aam Aadmi Party is, and Kejriwal is particularly, changing colors all the time. You can see one more flip-flop or turn, so to speak, and another changing of color. So the chameleon strikes again. And now it is about the Granthis. So after 10 years of having given 58 crores, 30 lakhs, 90,000 rupees to the imams, and then withholding their salaries for the last 17 months, Kejriwal realizes that the Muslim vote bank is now moving to Congress party. Poor guy, all he can think of is, finding more and more constituencies to hoodwink and deceive. So now he's decided to now look at the pujaris and granthis. And now he's saying that he will give now 18,000 rupees to them. It just goes on to show just how shallow this man is, considering the fact that he just announced just recently those make do announcements that are not even schemes, and actually thought he could get away with making announcements for the women of Delhi, schemes that he's not been able to implement even in Punjab, because the Punjab promise of 1,000 rupees to the women was made 3 years back, and people are waiting with bated breath that out of the 1,000 rupees they were to get, when will they get the first 10 rupees or the first installment of 100 rupees? So now he made up this little story.
Let me just ask you this one question. In 2020, Arvind Kejriwal also won elections when the anti-CA protests were really peaking. Do you think, when the Muslims did not vote for the Congress in Delhi at that time, why do you think that the Muslims this time will not vote for the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, I think even the last time they did not. If you see the Lok Sabha elections, you realize that Muslims did vote for Congress. If you see the numbers,
apart from Lok Sabha, the fact that in 2020, despite the fact that the CA protests were going on, Aam Aadmi Party did manage to get a huge chunk of the Muslim vote. So clearly, he is assured of that votes, right?
Yeah. But if you look at the last time around, and you see even when they fought different, Lok Sabha they got together, but before that when they fought separately, you will realize, and especially in the last Lok Sabha elections, you will realize that they did very badly, which is why they were forced to come together with Congress, because the Muslim vote did go to Congress. In fact, the Muslim candidates were second and third, second in a couple of constituencies out of 7. So, and our very good friend here, our wonderful young spokesperson who's newly been inducted, is talking about BJP should not even think of Delhi. Well, BJP has won all 7 constituencies many times over, my friend. You tried to come together with Congress. Now you're going against Congress. Earlier, the whole movement was against Congress party. So I don't know what's happening with the chameleon politics of Kejriwal. But now suddenly looking at the Granthis and pujaris is a good one. I mean, this man is so
Mr.
wonderful
Anand,
and so imaginative.
It's
He
been
keeps
10
doing
years
these
of the Aam Aadmi Party
funny
being in
things.
power, and I remember covering 2020 Delhi elections, and I remember Manish Sisodia also, for some reason struggling to get that victory out of Patparganj, and there was a lot of, there was a lot of debate around CAA, Hindutva politics, identity politics, for that matter, the safety of Hindus. And now if you look at Arvind Kejriwal, he's speaking about Rohingyas, he's speaking about Hindu priests. I know that he's talked about being a Hanuman Bhakt in the past, but clearly all these welfare schemes that he has announced in the last few days, does it also mean that the governance of last 5 years does not really hold much place, because it's only what he's doing in the last 2 weeks, last 1 month, that is going to be of importance? Is there also a sign of anxiety, as somebody who's not really confident?
It's anxiety Vasundhara, it's anxiety, it's desperation. But I want to just remind you and talking about facts. So when it came to surgical strikes, when it came to not just Imam's salary, when it came to Batla House encounter, we're standing with Amanatullah. You know where Kejriwal was with CA and RC, very much, whether it's Sharjeel Imam's famous picture with Manish Sisodia or the
Nishant,
riots.
would you like to respond to that?
Let me just finish. I'm just giving facts.
Nishant,
They have
I'm just
7
finishing.
member of parliaments in Delhi. They have not done a single work. They have government in 20 states. They do not have any single state which has 24 hours.
No, my dear friend, we've come again and
electricity.
again. We must
Please
have
don't
done some
interrupt
work,
me.
right?
Please
Which is
don't
why we
interrupt
come
me.
again to power.
Now, I even told you, there is a video that I want to show which had just come on in the news. Herein Manoj Tiwari is threatening Arvind Kejriwal. He's saying कान के नीचे लगाना चाहिए to Arvind Kejriwal ji to announcing 18,000 rupees
Why
to
are you
the
so
priest.
desperate, you tell me? Why don't you
Please
have
don't
anything
interrupt me.
solid to say?
See, we need to understand
Any work which
BJP
you claim to have done.
is the only
What
government
is
who
the
has
matter
given
with you?
jumlas
Do
like
you
15
realize?
lakh
I mean,
rupees.
do you realize how idiotic you're
Naukriyan.
beginning to
Aam
sound?
Aadmi
It
Party
is very
promised about
silly.
schools, we have delivered it.
You tell
We
me,
spoke about
Arvind
Mohalla clinics,
Kejriwal
we have
says
delivered it.
Hardeep Puri ko
We have
arrest
given
kar
the
lo.
maximum electric buses in India. We have given the electric cameras in Delhi, which is the maximum in India. See, Aam Aadmi Party has formed government 3 times. It is because whatever Arvind ji committed, we have delivered it. Today, Parvesh Verma is
Then why
distributing
so
cash.
rattled? How come we thought of Granthis
Please let
last
me
minute?
complete, then
How come
you
you
get your
made up some
chance.
schemes?
Now we need to
How did you
understand
think
today,
of Dalits
Delhi
last
of
minute
people
and
have the
women?
choice from 2
What
governments.
happened?
Aam
Why are you
Aadmi
threatening
Party,
Atishi
who is
and saying
giving
that she could be
welfare
arrested
schemes,
any
who
minute?
is not
Why are you
giving
saying
a
there's a
rebate
pending
of
inquiry with the
15,000
transport
crore
ministry
rupees
goes?
like
My dear
Adani.
friend, what's
We are
happening?
giving the
Is
tax
Aam
money
Aadmi
back to the
Party really
people of Delhi,
unraveling?
and Aam
Are you
Aadmi
totally
Party and
stuck?
Arvind ji
What is the
is the only
matter? Why
person
are
who
you
is
so desperate and
thinking
anxious?
So nobody will be
Why
able
are
to
you
hear
so
anything out.
rattled? Nobody gets it.
Please
One
Okay.
let
after
me
the other, I mean,
complete.
you're coming
Okay,
up with
okay.
one
Let me
Zuma
complete.
after the other.
Okay, a scheme for priest is what the latest flashpoint is. Mr. Anand, I'll ask you this question and I'll request Shazia, please, if you can just let him speak. Why is Arvind Kejriwal on a spree of announcing these schemes for every section of society? Is there no confidence that his governance has actually delivered?
Okay, as I said that whatever we committed in the last 12 years, Arvind ji has delivered it. Now these schemes, see, we need to understand, we have 11 states where BJP has given similar schemes, but they were particular to one religion. So they have in Madhya Pradesh 5,000 rupees only to Hindu priests. Same way in Tamil Nadu, in Karnataka. But Arvind ji and Aam Aadmi Party is first time is giving benefit to all religion. See, Aam Aadmi
Just now
Party
you said then BJP
is
is
the only
copying the
party
Aam
who
Aadmi Party.
works
Now you say
for
Aam Aadmi
everybody.
Party
Please
wants to
don't
copy
interrupt me.
BJP.
You will get your
Aren't you
chance. Now they
contradicting
do not
yourself?
have an answer why their people are distributing cash money.
Okay.
Is this the Sharad Reddy electoral bonds
No,
money
all
they
the
are
answers
serving?
have been given,
See the
my
money
dear
Shazia,
that
friend. There
Arvind
is
ji has
nobody's
committed
giving
today.
cash for votes.
Shazia, one
18,000
question.
rupees.
Shazia, there is generally a feeling that the BJP has not even come out with its list. When can we at least get that
They
list?
don't have
Because,
a CM face.
is there a
They
sense
don't have a
that
manifesto. They have not
Yes,
done a single
let
work that they
Shazia
can ask
respond. Shazia,
vote
how
on that
prepared is the
credibility.
party? Because it looks like the Aam Aadmi Party with this whole spree of schemes at least is sending out this projection that it is more prepared. But is that
They
the
are
truth?
busy they are busy with giving money back
Shazia.
to
So, see,
Adani.
some things are very, very clear. the way Arvind Kejriwal is going on and on about voter lists, and now you know what is being said about the actual voter list. How many
Please answer
deletions
about
have
Parvesh
happened?
let
in a
her
particular
respond
ward
then.
of
cash.
Yeah, let her
Please
please
answer this,
respond.
Parvesh, for my 1100 rupees cash. Where is this cash coming from? Is it from Sharad Reddy?
Okay, can I
Which
answer?
you
You're
took
repeating
electoral
Okay,
yourself,
votes?
Mr.
my dear
Anand, we
friend, and
can't
you're not
talk
even
about
making
Pravesh
any
Ask
sense.
Verma's
You're
okay.
repeating
initiative
yourself,
here. He's
and
not
you're
on the
taking
show.
these.
Ask
these
Shazia,
votes on
please
with your
answer the
unity.
question I asked you. How prepared
Yes,
is the
yes. So
BJP because they are yet to see the
yeah,
list?
this young person, obviously I can't call him a gentleman because he's
You were also young when you joined Aam
intervening all
Aadmi
the
Party,
time.
but you have to
So
leave
my
it.
dear friend, if you can just be quiet and allow
Yes,
others to
please.
speak. I think Arvind Kejriwal is very rattled. I think he's raising these issues. But this latest thing, one is Sanjeevani, and the which is obviously Ayushman he denied, and now talking about pujaris and granthis, that definitely is a huge turn in his politics, and goes on to show that somewhere he is rattled about the Muslim vote bank because that's what he pursued, and now he's realizing that he needs to do some Ram Nam Japna.
She
So
doesn't
that's
have an
needed
answer to any of
because
the question.
Muslims don't trust
Please
him
tell me
anymore,
what vision
as
do
is
you have for
evident from
Delhi?
the way
What
imams
is your
got
vision for
together,
Delhi?
who have been denied the salaries
What
for
is
the
your
last 17
No,
manifesto?
let me ask you this question. Arvind
What have you
Kejriwal
done
has
in
always
it?
called
17
himself
months, a year
Hanuman
and a
Bhakt. He has
half, they've
never
been denied
opposed
the
any
salaries.
temple per se. So clearly that is also part of his image building, and you would know this better than a lot of us. So was that very intelligently crafted, because he also comes across as somebody who is palatable to the voter who thinks his faith is very important to him?
So yeah, absolutely. So Kejriwal ji, I used to tie a rakhi. I was very close to him. He's super smart. He knows what to do. He knows which side of the bread is buttered. He knows what tide to follow. He can be with BJP when he wants to be, because earlier he used to say, go Shazia and all others, go and say Modi for PM, Kejriwal for CM, because then the fight was against Sheila Dikshit. So Congress was evil. Then later on, when he fought the Lok Sabha elections, it became about bashing Modi, bashing BJP, bashing RSS, despite having taken a lot of support from the RSS. So Arvind can is a flip flopper. He can go from RSS to a Congress to wherever tide takes him, and so he can just change. He can just jump to the next thing, whatever he thinks will serve him. So it is not. It's an extreme of form of political expediency, and Kejriwal ji is very smart. He knows where to go. Clearly, he's doing it only because he feels and realizes that the Muslim vote bank has slipped, which is why he's neglected it. If you see all the imams getting together, are actually saying that for 6 months we tried to reach him, and for 17 months we've not been paid a salary. That says something. That's a very
Okay,
strong
last word from
indication.
you, Nishant, Anand. With an adversarial relationship with the centre, how are you even expecting to fulfill all these promises? Every other day, the government seems to be announcing a new scheme, but clearly there is a floor and there is a ceiling. There are limitations to the kind of fiscal budgets that we have.
I believe when you have an intent to give it back to the people of Delhi, we have been able to do it since the last 12 years. We have all these, like LG and the central government did not help us, but Aam Aadmi Party has always delivered what we have committed. See, BJP has no vision. As I said, in the 20 states, they have
I was also
a
pointing
government.
out, Mr.
They
Anand, in
have.
Punjab, you could not fulfill a lot of those promises, including those made to women. Do you think that the party is sort of overstretching itself, in some ways coming across as nervous for the first time, probably, seeing a sense of a threat from the BJP this time?
I believe how can be nervous when we are giving tax money back to the people, and BJP is not nervous. Who's
Exactly.
giving 1100 rupees cash
Exactly.
money in the envelope?
Why,
Where
what is the rationale behind?
BJP, Modi ji, and JP Nadda's hologram is there, and they're giving cash without any. They do not have a vision. They do not have a manifesto. We need to understand today why is the Delhi only state where we talk about education, employment,
Okay.
schools,
Okay,
healthcare,
we're
because
completely out of
Aam
time.
Aadmi
Thank you
Party
both
has
of you
always
for
done it.
joining me on this broadcast. Delhi politics is heating up there, like you saw. Our panelists discuss it out. And the latest flashpoint there is, of course, this promise made to Hindu pujaris and also Granthis by Arvind Kejriwal. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out, how electorally it influences voters. That's all we have for you in this show. More news on the other side.